loads of material. That belt is still pretty much brand new, yeah? The beauty of the Cubitron II.
Just in case you're new to this channel, if you're interested in knife making or bladesmithing or just making some cool things by hand, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to comment below so we know if you're enjoying our videos.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to temper it back, which is going to basically stop it from being as hard and as brittle. Now, like I say, I'd usually do a couple of rounds of tempering. You can check how hard it is, then temper it. What we're going to do is we're just going to temper it once, get on the grind. Yeah, so that's going to be 45 minutes. I'm going to set a timer and we'll just do one round. Same with this on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. First time for everything. Check. I am your father. So I'm just going to tidy up the edge. I've got a little heel bit there. I'm going to tidy that up. I'm going to tidy up the spine so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to take the edge down 45 degrees-ish so I don't ruin the abrasive as quickly. Then I'm just going to start chunking into it and get it to where I want it, basically. I'm going to jump between this grinder and that grinder in a second, because that's what I like, you know? I've been looking at it as I go, so I can make sure it's still in the middle. If you look down at different angles, you'll see whether the line's still in the middle or not. As long as I've taken the edge down a little bit, I know where the middle is. So I've basically got myself a datum. I've almost scribed myself a corner, but I've done it at a very steep angle, which is actually just going to help save the abrasive a little bit. Because as I cut, it's going to be cutting behind the edge now, and it's not going to rip the abrasive to shreds. Wicked. So that's the majority of the stock removed. I'm cutting pretty thin on the edge, pretty thick on the spine still. I'm going to go over to a different grinder now, which has got flatter plating. I'm going to pop I'm going to keep the 60, we're going to go for a 36 grit for a minute. Bring it down a tiny bit more, just a nice fresh one so it cuts cool. Then I'm going to pop it up to a 60 grit. Then I'm going to go onto the Trizact. When I go onto the Trizact, I'm going to use a cotton-backed moppy thing, which is like a polishing running belt jigger that I made myself.
is it hard on my own? Why am I not like girls? With no soul, so why must the curtains come down? Why must the curtains come down? Something is in the end, we should leave something special. Let 'em talk. As long as my name is on their lips. Call me Misty, mysterious. Why is it hard on my own?
Now I'm going to put a different Cubitron 2 on, which is a 60 grit, so I'm going to start refining the scratch pattern. Once I've gone from the 60 grit, I'm going to start using Trizact, and I'm going to just whip it into shape. Trizacts are pretty good. You'll have to explain to me, Vince, why with usual grits it goes, oh, let's go for, it's a 100 grit, it's a 120 grit, it's a 36, it's a 60, it's an 80, it's a 120, it's a 240, it's a 360. Bloody Trizacts go backwards.
Hi, this is Vince again, and as some of you may know, I have an extensive technical background in abrasive belts. The 337DC Trizact belts are macro replicated engineered belts and have a micron grading, which you'll find at the back of each belt. It starts with the letter A rather than the P grading, which is used in conventional belts that follow the FEPA standards. If you want to learn more about correct use of Trizact belts, please check out our blog from the links in the description below.
Micron. Ah, that makes sense. So that's most of those 60 grit scratches out, almost all of them. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to polish up. Hang on. PPE Town. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this cotton belt like runner, which is a soft backed wheel, on this grinder, and I'm going to put some Trizacts on it. I'm going to polish up the whole of the blade. Once I polish up the whole of the blade, I'm going to stick a handle on it. Then I'm going to polish up the bolster, the spine, and all the bits in between so that everything's nice and like homogeneous. There's no sort of transition between it.